Research and academic branding company where I help academics and educators increase their visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And the title of today's video is Building Your Instagram Following. And I'm sharing this video because I worked consistently for 3 years at trying to build my Instagram following, and then in 1 week, my following 10x and my engagement 10x. And when I look back at those 3 years, I'm compelled to share to you a way that you can shorten that time frame by just pulling out the things that I know worked for me, and that's why I'm calling it a case study. Now, in my academic branding book, I do walk you through how to create an Instagram sales funnel, because even when I had 5,000 followers, I was still monetizing at six figures with just 5,000 followers. So you don't have to have a ton of people following you on Instagram to make money, but increasing your Instagram following and building engagement does wonders if you want to do collaborations and brand deals and get more traffic and eyes on your stuff so that you can make more money. But I would highly suggest that you understand what to do with a small number of followers first before you try to get a lot of followers. So you want to start out with focusing on the people that are already following you. But that's a video for another time. And setting that aside, I want to share with you a 90-day system that you can feel free to implement that I'm pretty sure would give you great results. And so I'm going to break it down for you in this brief video, and definitely let me know if you have any questions as we go through, comments, and that kind of thing. And please use the QR code to pre-order my academic branding book if you find this content helpful and useful and you want the 9-step system as an academic to increase your visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. So we're going to break this down into three 30-day segments. So day 1 to 30. So the first 30 days is you need to be posting 2 to 3 pieces of content every day on Instagram. 2 to 3 pieces of content every day on Instagram. This is pretty much 100 pieces of content. And I know that sounds like a lot, but you will only need to be in this phase for 30 days. And nobody said it was going to be easy. You do have to put in the work. The reason why people have results that you don't have is because they're doing things that you are not doing. And I had to do this. I actually did this for a lot longer than 30 days. And so days 1 to 30, post 2 to 3 pieces of content every day. And the reason why you are doing this is because, one, you're not posting enough, and two, you don't have enough data so that you understand the type of content that resonates with your audience and resonates with you. And so you have to find the overlap between the content that resonates with your audience and the content that you want to post, because it's likely that you're posting a lot of content that you want to post that your audience doesn't want, or and the content that your audience does want, you don't like to post. And so you have to be able to test content to know what your audience wants, because the thing is, if you want to grow on Instagram, you have to post the things that your audience wants in at the same time what is in alignment with your brand. And so posting 2 to 3 times a day, post what you want, post what you think your audience wants, post what you think your target audience wants, post what you want to post, mix it up, videos, static images, carousels, mix it up. The key is that you need to be consistent, because after this 30-day period, you are going to have a lot of free data that Instagram gives you that tells you which posts were shared the most, which posts were liked the most, which post had the most engagement. And that first 30 days is going to be valuable data to bring you in to days 30 to 60. So now that you have posted all this content, there are going to be a few pieces of content that stand out. There are going to be a few pieces of content that did better than the others. Instagram's going to tell you this data. So what pieces of content got the most engagement? What pieces of content got the most likes? What pieces of content got the most shares? And you're going to take those pieces of content, and in days 30 to 60, you're going to repost those pieces of content and repost variations of those pieces of content. So if it was a video, turn it into a carousel. If it was a carousel, turn it into a static image. If it was, whatever it was, post different variations, but also say the thing different ways. So repost the same message, but in a different way with a slightly different angle, right? And so from days 30 to 60, I would suggest that you repost the stuff that is working with all of these different variations at least twice a day. At least twice a day. Okay. Uh, definitely more than once a day, and you want to be consistent. And if you want to be aggressive with it and ensure that you get results, another 2 to 3 times a day for this second 30-day segment. Now, what you're going to notice in this second 30-day segment is a couple of pieces of content do better than the rest of them. So now you might have about 5 pieces of content that stand out, the ones that got the most likes, the ones that got the most engagement. Take one of those pieces of content and run a $5 a day ad to it for 60 days. So now we're into the last 30-day segment, 60 to 90 days. So you're taking one of those pieces of content, you're running a $5 a day ad to it for 6 days, but you are posting every day consistently in this 60 to 90-day phase. Now you can drop down to posting 1 time a day, but you're going to be posting 1 time a day with this knowledge that you have of what your audience actually wants. So in this 60 to 90-day period, you're not posting what you want to post. You're not posting what you want to post because at this point you know what your audience wants. You're going to post 1 time a day, and don't run like 2 ads at the same time. Just run one $5 ad to the post that has done the best out of all of this data that you have, and keep posting consistently for once a day. And that's going to get you some traction. That's going to get you more followers. Okay. And now you have the groundwork to post once a day because you know what your audience wants. And do that, get results, come back and tell me the results you got. I love to hear the results you got. I want to celebrate with you. And that's the first 90-day strategy. Of course, there is more to it than that. Okay. There's more to it than that. But this is a good place to start. When I look back on everything that I did over the tough 3 years that I stayed consistent, those are the things that I can pull out to show you as a case study. Now, I would love for you to pre-order the academic branding book because I talk about building an Instagram sales funnel in the academic branding book so you can monetize with the number of followers that you have right now, because you don't need a lot of followers to make it to 6 figures. I was making it to 6 figures with only 5,000 followers. And so go ahead and use that QR code, pre-order the academic branding book. I really think this book is going to change your life. Okay. If you're a PhD, if you have a master's degree, if you're an academic, it's going to teach you a step-by-step system to increase your visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And I know it works because it works for my clients. It's worked for me, and it will work for you too. And it's in book form, so you can get it for like $20. All right. So I hope this helps somebody out there. Let me know in the comments. Circle back and ask me questions. You can always jump on a 30-minute call with me if you are an academic and you want to build your brand and get visibility and get your work out there, get your research out there so that you have a platform and you can leave a legacy. All right. I hope you have an amazing